Welcome back to beautiful Marion, North Carolina for the College Disc Golf National Championships. Up today is the men's team finals for our D1. We have Illinois State versus Appalachian State. I am Ian Anderson, joined by Pablo Stubbsdad.
Really excited to be back, Ian, and excited to see this final and most challenging course of the three at North Cove.
The Gorge is it's a bear, man.
It really is, yeah. Lots of elevation, lots of OB, lots of hazard, some incredibly unique holes, some of the most unique holes I've ever seen.
I think I saw a pin on a bridge.
There is a pin on a bridge.
That's a thing.
Yeah, that's going to be exciting.
Should be a really fun watch. We have 4 players on each team, and it is best shot alternating duo team golf. You'll figure it out eventually as you watch along. There are your scores as we go into the final round. Illinois State with a 4-stroke lead over Appalachian State. So a lot of other good teams in the event hanging on.
Yep.
We are looking at hole 1, sir.
Hole 1. 381 feet, par 3. Everything you see short of this path and including the path is hazard. This area between the paths with the boulders and the basket is safe, and then everything beyond the path, including the path on the other side, is also hazard. So it's a very small kind of island hole. Tough to say since it's hazard if you would call it island, but
sure. We have Nick Reynolds teeing from Illinois State. That's leaking way left, Pablo.
I think he was trying to go a bit left because the inbounds area is wider over there, but he still overpowered it a little, landed on that path deep, and that is in the hazard.
And a familiar name, if you watched yesterday's footage, Colin Thompson.
He's got such a great forehand, Ian.
He does.
But overpowered it a little, and he's in the hazard as well. This is an incredibly narrow inbounds area for such a long shot.
Connor Moravec. Oh, he caught a little something, Pavo.
He did, and that is going to come up short in the hazard.
I like the look of it out of his hand,
Yep.
but unfortunately caught a little something there. We got Ben Mapes next on the tee. Ben's going something kind of slow here. Looks like maybe a buzz or something. Yeah.
Just a little too much turn. A little less turn, that would have made it into the inbounds. So all 4 shots in the hazard, both teams are going to be putting for par.
That was an attempt. Next up, we have Jackson Palmer.
Wow. Off of the boulder.
That's one way to do it.
What a par save to start the round.
That was incredible. Did he call bank? Did you hear him?
I don't remember if he called bank. I remember someone else asking him if he called bank, but I actually don't remember what the response was.
Oh, too funny. We've got RJ Billings with the putt for the par for Illinois State, and that has been sailed over back into the other hazard. Bronson Minton next.
And he's playing the layup because they are not wanting to play around with potentially taking a 5 in doubles especially.
Yeah, that's not a good feeling.
Yeah.
Even a bogey you're not happy about. That was Nick cleaning up the bogey. Rough start for your leaders after hole 1, man.
Yep. It's kind of a great course for doubles with how much hazard and out of bounds comes into play here.
It really makes you play smart team golf.
Yep.
It's cool. That was just something right there. On to the next, Pavo.
On to hole 2, 390 feet teeing off over this OB Creek the whole way. You got to turn it over and go to the right into that fairway area to be safe. Here you see the basket on the left, as is tradition for this entire property, tucked incredibly close to the OB there.
Yeah, the bullseye's out of bounds.
Yeah, it could be on the left side.
How about that? We have Jackson teeing on 2.
Got the turn he wanted, but it was way too low.
Yeah.
So that never had a chance, and that never crossed inbounds area. So unless his teammate can get it inbounds, and there's a dog.
Oh, cool. Got Nicholas Fox.
And that was higher, but had too much turn.
Oh, no. That's a big mistake, Bobo.
That really is. Neither of them crossed inbounds, and they are going to have to re-tee.
Man, if the first guy doesn't get inbounds that route, throw the hyzer, right?
I would guess so.
So you have an inbound shot at bare minimum and some distance, but not to be. Anyway, here's RJ Billings for Illinois State. I just do that.
Yep. Inbounds. Yeah, just be left-handed. That's all you have to do.
Let's see what Bronson's got for us. I mean, this is a very safe shot, right?
It's a pretty stable disc. I think it's coming back nicely.
Oh, dang.
Let's see where
Still
that
out
ended up.
there, though. I think he's got about a 40, 45 footer. So Appalachian State is re-teeing now. This is Connor.
And if anything, at least he's making sure that carries over plenty of inbounds. Flirting with the OB line, but he stays safe.
That's what the second guy should have done.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. And he's actually, like, just outside the circle, I think.
Yeah, not a bad look at all. Ben?
Next up, Ben.
I would have liked to see Ben throw the Annie line.
Yeah.
You know,
'cause-
you already have a hyzer that's close.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Why not take the risk?
Yeah. Nick Reynolds. It's a long bid for 2.
Clean looking putt, just came up a little short.
Mm-hmm. Colin Thompson.
Over that ramp. You can make it under the ramp.
We'll get it back. This switch must be getting aggressive.
No reason not to in this format.
Ooh, you like it.
Good bid.
That was a bid there from Nicholas.
Sit down, yep.
And the next one up from Jackson.
Oh, just low.
And so tap-ins coming up here. Unfortunately, that's going to be a big number for Appalachian.
Yeah, is that a double?
I think it is, yeah.
Yeah, double bogey.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's what happens when you both throw a B
That's
off the tee.
Double bogey and doubles is
Yeah.
That's a round killer, man. Not only did you just not birdie, you also erased 2 holes of birdies. And you need to catch a lot when you're playing doubles. Hole 3.
Here we are on hole 3, par 4, 530 feet. The only safe area is between the path on the left and that line of rocks on the right. Everything else is hazard, including what the drone is flying over now. It's all hazard except for the bunker, which is safe.
Kind of like we saw this in day 1 on, was it hole
We did.
9 or something like that?
Yep.
Yeah.
There are now 2 holes in my life I've seen that play like this, and they are both on this property.
And Nick Reynolds has yanked that one, and that is hazard /
Yep.
OB.
That's in the hazard.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's no OB to speak of on this hole. It's all hazard.
Thompson with the forehand play.
This is looking nice, Ian.
Yeah, that's all you need off the tee shot.
Yep.
Just a couple hundred feet and inbounds.
Yep.
Next up is Mr. Mapes. It's leaking left. Oh, that's a good tree.
Yeah, that's a very good tree. That was definitely headed for the hazard.
Yep. And Connor up next.
Sit down.
Man, I was sure that was out of bounds, out of his hand.
It got some late kind of flip up.
Yeah, and some wind shears to
Yep.
keep it in bounds. You are looking at Jackson's second.
Trying
on
to
the
get
par
in that
4.
bunker. And just long into the
Okay.
hazard.
So they're putting from par from there if they take that one.
Yes.
Next up is Nicholas.
Going with that forehand approach.
Ooh,
Nice.
lovely. That should birdie.
Yep.
It's good redemption off the last hole. You are looking at RJ Billings. Next up, Bronson. You guys get confused on who's who. Yellow is Appalachian State. Red is Illinois State. There's
Just barely stays safe in the bunker there.
some long bids for Illinois State for the birdies. Nick is going to take a stab at it. Honest effort. Pin high right. And bringing in the heavy hitter, Colin Thompson.
Yeah, we saw in yesterday's coverage, Colin is solid on the green. Let's see if he can connect on this circle 2 putt.
Oh, good run, man.
Just a little too much want.
Into the hazard, but of course that doesn't really matter in this format.
Yep. This is a birdie look for Appalachian State. Grab back at least one of those strokes they lost on the last. And they did that nicely.
Good birdie.
Yeah. Get some knucks from his teammate Jackson there. Looks like Bronson will clean up the par here for Illinois State. And we'll clean that up. We will take a quick commercial break. We'll be back in just a few.
When I walk up to the tee, I have these game plans. I think I'm gonna land in these same areas every single time, but you never know. Having the Bushnell rangefinder, no matter where I land, gives me that extra level of confidence.
What do I love about disc golf? Same thing we all love. Sound of the chains.
I love that you can play on a course or make up your own.
My favorite thing about disc golf is challenging myself every time I step onto a course.
What do I love disc golf? It gives me the chance to connect with an incredible community and throw some pretty amazing discs. Because after all, pig is love, pig is life.
I love disc golf because you can be as creative as you want with this sport.
And we are back on hole 4, par 3, 302 feet. I really like this hole, Ian. It's an Anheuser off the tee if you're right-handed. Up this hill into the woods. The fairway gets tighter and tighter as you approach the basket, and there's some cool boulders on the green, which I'm always a big fan of.
There's 3 disc golf courses on the ball golf property, but it doesn't feel like it half the time.
Yeah, which is, in my opinion, the right way to design a disc golf course on a ball golf property is use a mixture of the ball golf course and the rough around the ball golf course to mix it up.
Yeah, it's a fantastic job. You were looking at Jackson Palmer, Appalachian State.
Excellent shot from Jackson.
Beautiful.
Catches a rock a little late, but he's still in the circle.
Gotta love that. Nicholas Fox next to tee on 4.
Very similar looking line. There's really no harm in overturning it as long as you hit the gap because of the hillside on the right, like the intentional cut roll at the end of the flight.
That's really fun. You're looking at RJ Billings, the lefty.
And yeah, this fairway doesn't really shape well for a left-hand backhand
But-
or a right-hand forehand, but he has a great forehand, so it doesn't matter. Same line as all the right-hand backhand players.
That was beautiful.
Yeah.
Dude, ripped. You're looking at Bronson right now. Bronson Minton. Ace it?
Oh, it was on a
Didn't
great
have a
ace
line.
run line, yeah, until it hit that branch.
You're looking at Ben. He cleans up the birdie nice for Appalachian State. And Illinois State, I think, is even closer. Oh, my goodness, this drive.
Yep. Couple of easy birdies on that one. And really, they could have been playing worse shot doubles and they would have probably still star framed that hole.
Seriously, it was 4 great drives from the gang.
I don't know if you can call it a star frame when there's only 2 scores per hole, but I'm going with that terminology.
It feels like it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, they definitely earned one. Bronson slinging that thing up there beautifully.
Moving on to hole 5, par 4, 629 feet. Everything to the right of the rocks on the right and the left of the rocks on the left is all out of bounds. And the basket is perched in a very precarious location with a steep drop-off and a pond to the right, inside 10 feet. The OB isn't inside 10 feet, but it might as well be, because if you land on that slope, you are rolling down into it.
Wild. This will be fun to watch.
Also, a very interesting tee placement with trees immediately in front of the tee pad, forcing players to tee off from one corner or the other.
Connor matches these trees perfectly.
He really does.
Yeah, that's a great drive from Connor.
Beautiful, right in the middle. You don't need to bite off too much on this as it is a shorter par 4.
Ooh, Ben with a big boy line around the outside.
But of course, in doubles, once you have a safe shot, you might as well go big on the second.
Yeah.
He
Roller.
was going for the roller there.
I love the play.
It didn't quite stand up.
Oh, dang.
And barely rolls into the OB.
Oh, that would have been a huge shot.
Yeah.
Love the creativity there, though. Nick Reynolds, next to tee for Illinois State. Got it.
Oh, no. And that kicked left, but it actually stayed safe. It barely avoided
All
crossing
right.
the OB line there.
Colin Thompson needs to improve upon that. That's leaking.
Crush
Pablo.
of a forehand. It's fading back, though.
Skip.
Short grass.
Skip.
Oh,
Ugh.
nope. Didn't get the skip he was looking for. So that means they're going to be taking that drive that is not far off the tee, but stayed safe by actually quite a bit there. You can see one of the rocks to his left there.
So they probably got like 500 plus left of the pin here, you think, or?
Yeah, probably more than that. That shot off the tee went like 80 feet.
Okay. RJ. Ooh, this is a yank. There's no way that's a
Too
bounce,
much
is it?
turn. No, that's going OB, and it was OB the whole way. So let's hope they elect to play safer on the next shot.
Ooh.
Next up, Bronson. This is looking pretty good, Ian.
I like the line.
Nice high, powerful hyzer. Center fairway.
That was a bomb.
Yep. Should have a pretty easy up and down for par from there.
You were looking at Jackson out of Appalachian State. Is it going to swing in time?
And that hit that hillside.
It
but
stays?
It stayed safe down there somehow.
Oh, wow. How about that curl? You're looking at Nicholas Fox.
That's a
Lovely.
great looking shot.
That's
In the
spotter
circle.
approved
Yes.
right there. Back to Illinois State for their third. This is Nick Reynolds again.
Playing for a skip shot there. Slides it up in the circle. From that close of an approach, you really want to be a little closer than that.
Yeah.
Good thing they have another opportunity.
Colin puts it real close.
Yep.
No problem for that, but they looks to be losing a stroke to Appalachian State if Ben can make good on this birdie.
Yep. Good putt. Solid birdie.
That's a good birdie. I feel like you could grab a strokes on a little bit of the field there with the birdie.
Yeah, it is a shorter par 4, and despite all the OB, the fairway is fairly wide considering the short length.
Look at this perfect match.
I wonder if he planned that.
I wonder.
I mean, I'm sure these guys practice these courses. They know what the trees look like.
You're right.
Love it.
That was fantastic.
Okay, moving on to hole 6, par 3, 272 feet. To the left of that path up by the green is OB, so you could potentially roll down the hill over it into the OB, but that's unlikely. Really, the main challenge on this one is the sloped green.
Nicholas Fox on the tee for Appalachian State.
Throwing that high forehand line, playing the slope of the green, coming in left to right. And does it stick?
For the most
I
part.
believe it does.
Yeah. Next up, Jackson Palmer. Going right at it.
Yeah, I like that play too. You know, going right at it, as long as you keep the disc flat, I feel like you almost have less of a chance of a roll away than playing that hyzer forehand
Oh, yeah.
coming in.
Agreed. RJ Billings doesn't like this one.
No, he pulled it a little too right, threw it a little too hard, and it's pretty deep.
Gotcha. Bronson. I feel like you got to be rich with a name like Bronson, man. It's up there. It's a putt.
Yeah,
Yeah.
scary putt.
What?
And all of a sudden it's snowing.
What? I guess we are kind of in the mountains. Oh, no.
Kind of, yeah. That's an unfortunate roll away, and that does roll over the path into the out of bounds area.
Colin. Can he redeem for Illinois State?
Despite that other one rolling out of bounds, he is not even thinking about the layup. He wants
No.
to make this.
You've got to be so aggressive in doubles to hang.
Sit.
Good
And
sit.
It does.
Ben Mapes for birdie. So a tie with Illinois State. Hey.
Excellent putt. Good birdie.
Very nice. Illinois State, Appalachian State,
Yep.
all knotted up.
And Appalachian getting the last 4 birdies in a row.
Yeah? Oh, yeah, how about that?
Look at that weather. Sun's out, snow is falling. We don't know what's happening.
Some crazy weather up here.
It really was, as you'll see throughout the rest of the round. This is one of the most bizarre weather situations I've ever filmed disc golf in. Moving on to hole 7, one of my favorites on the course, par 4, 553, but don't let that distance fool you. It is tough, even for a par 4, as it's tucked way up here in the woods. More uphill than you can really tell from the drone preview as usual. Video doesn't really do any slopes justice. Just lots of trees, lots of boulders, lots of technicality.
Connor Morvek. That stays clean. He's got a good drive.
It's off to the right of the fairway. There's a drop off there. There is a little creek down there as well, but it does play casual, so there's no out of bounds, but it's jail down there. It's tough to get out.
No. Ben Mapes.
That's looking good if it can fade.
Don't think it has it in it. Yeah.
Too understable of a disc choice. That's going to be in a similar position. We'll see which one they go with.
Okay. Nick Reynolds on the tee for Illinois State.
Nice and flat, but you don't want to fade to that left side of the fairway either, although it is less punishing than the right side.
I was going to say left or right is the better miss.
There's a lot of trees on both sides, but at least on the left side, you're not also down in a ditch in a creek.
Colin Thompson.
Love his forehand, man.
He's flashing
so
it
clean
all day.
A little too much fade on that one. He's going to be down in that same creek.
Okay, you're looking at R.J. Billings, second for Illinois State. Oh no, that's a nasty
That
kick.
is a real nasty kick.
Ooh. Now Bronson needs to have a good shot here.
Going with the thumber or tomahawk? I couldn't quite tell.
I
by
want to
the
say
grip.
tomahawk, but no, I think you're right.
No, that is a thumber.
Yeah, thumber for sure.
Yeah, he was having some trouble with his footing here. We can't quite see it in this framing, but there were some rocks and some little vines, and it's tough to get good footing on this fairway, at least the second half of it. Yeah, he couldn't really generate power from that stance, but it's in the middle.
Okay.
Should still be able to par.
Jackson Palmer also going to the overhand. This is a tomahawk, though.
Added some trees, came up a bit short, but in the fairway.
Next up is Nicholas Fox.
Yeah, you can see how cold it got out there. He's got on one glove.
It looks nice, but we just saw snow, so I believe it.
Yeah.
Long bids.
Really tough stance where they were at.
Ooh, Illinois State, still some work left to do here, sir.
Patent pending here.
Nick Reynolds.
Yeah, didn't get the snap on it.
See if Colin Thompson can redeem for Illinois State.
He found a forehand line, Ian.
He'll always look for one. It seems like it. In the woods, though, that forehand, it's so easy to generate power from a weird stance compared to the backhand. That will putt. I don't think it's especially close, though.
It's kind of close, but awkward with that
Really?
green. I mean, the big boulders and footing is never good anywhere on this fairway.
Appalachian State for birdie. Long bid from circle 2.
Connor once again blending in with the wildlife. Oh, that looked like it was in, Ian.
Great effort.
Missed just right.
Flashing through the chains on the way past. Ben Mapes. Can he clutch up for Appalachian State? Negative.
Oh, just off the cage.
Great looking bids. So they need the Goldilocks one right in between with a hit center chains. Here is Illinois State and Bronson. Putting for a par.
I believe. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Off the rock, off the metal, not to be. Let's see if RJ can sling it in for the par save.
Oop.
A little airmail there. They'll drop in the bogey at least, as evidenced by Nick Reynolds right now. But again, you just can't bogey in doubles.
No.
Can't do it. Appalachian State will say par here as Nicholas Fox drops in.
I love all the rock formations on this green.
That's cool.
This is my favorite kind of golf right here.
A little bit of Delaware vibes, you know?
Yeah. And
Iron Hill.
I love Iron Hill.
You
That's
would
one
love,
of my,
you
one
would
of my
love,
favorite courses on tour.
Of course, I'm so surprised by that. The most wooded course on tour? Yes, Pablo loves it. That was Mapes ripping it off and leading us into the next.
Hole 8, par 4. This is a really unique one. It really forces a high anhyzer or a high hyzer if you're left-handed off the tee up this very steep hill. Once again, steeper than the drone makes it look. And then the green is tucked down in here in the trees on the left. Chance for rollaways on this green. No OB to speak of, but otherwise a pretty tough hole.
Yeah, it is. You are looking at Nicholas Fox. Oh, that hit something on the way out.
Yeah, it clipped some branches, but he chipped it up to
It's
the
just
right
short?
there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Angle might not be the worst,
the
honestly.
tee really angles you in a direction where the basket isn't. You know, the basket is like a good 45 degrees off to the right of the angle of the tee pad. Granted, the tee is angled towards the gap, so that is as designed, but it's a unique hole.
Jackson throwing the roller.
Yeah.
Kind of worked. See what RJ. Good lefty hole for Mr. Billings. It's a good North Carolina hole. It's got a gap off the tee.
Yep.
Yeah. Decent?
Yeah. Yeah, that's in the fairway. I mean, it is a shorter par 4. All you really want to do is make sure you get out the gap and just try to stay in the middle and get up the hill to the right a little ways.
Bronson. Oh, did that say clean? No, it did not.
It clipped a little branch, but I think it still kept going a ways.
Oh,
but
there it is.
It faded out. It lost all the power from clipping that branch.
Gosh, they'll be taking RJ's most likely. Over to Connor. Second shot for Appalachian State.
Big uphill shot.
Not enough big.
Yep. That's fading out into some very thick rough down that hill.
That looks jelly down there.
Hopefully Ben can do a little better. That one flips up to flat.
There he
It's
goes.
Looking good.
Dang.
Fading toward the green, and they will have a long look.
Circle 2?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
Which is really the best they could hope for from that lie. That was a great shot from
Yeah,
Ben.
a lot of distance and elevation to make up. Here is Nick Reynolds leaking down the hill, saved by the tree. Kinda.
Kind of saved by the tree. It's not in the rough, but it's not particularly close to the pin either.
Let's see if Colin Thompson can put it close to the pin.
It's looking pretty good, Ian. Playing it to that uphill side. They'll have an in the circle downhill putt from there.
How you like that? Oh, man.
What a bid.
Nicholas Fox giving it a run. Jackson. Circle 2, look for birdie.
Well, at least they're there for the par. The
Yeah.
other one didn't stay close, so that's the thin silver lining. Of course, he was trying to make that, but
Billings for birdie, not so much. Hopefully Bronson can have his back right here. Be a shame to let this one slip away.
Yeah.
No.
No, same mistake twice. It is a scary, steep downhill
That
putt, but
looks-
then again, when the other one's already there, there's no excuse to not.
It should
commit
take
a
away the
little more.
scariness. Yeah. Oh, big missed opportunity there for Illinois State. So 2 great shots and just cannot convert the putt, unfortunately. They will snag a par along with Appalachian. Sweet little rock peekaboo shot from our friend Brian Geis. Getting that beautiful slow-mo all week up in Marion.
Okay, here we are on hole 9, par 4, 657 feet. Everything on and beyond that path to the right is out of bounds. Everything else is safe, unless you go really deep of the basket, which won't really come into play. But once again, sloped green, chance for a rollaway. This is a good par 4 in my opinion.
Cool. Up first, Connor for Appalachian State.
And as you can see, it's snowing again.
Hey, cool.
It had stopped for a few holes, and it resumed despite the fact that the sun is still out.
Yeah. I'm waiting for the rainbow to pop out, too. Get all the flavors of the weather out here. Ben Mapes.
That's too much turn.
Oh, I was wondering if it could fight out of the woods over there. Back in
that
bounds.
stays out of bounds.
All right, Nick Reynolds. Does that have what it takes, Pavo, to unravel?
Just needs a little bit of fade. I think it skips off the path.
Oh, there it is.
There it is.
Cool. Nice.
Ended up being a great drive. Risky, but huge distance and in a great position for the approach.
And now Colin can really attack.
As he tried to do, but too high, too much fade, and that is going to be down in the rough.
It's in bounds, though, right?
It's in bounds, yeah.
But you just don't want it.
Yeah.
Okay. You are looking at Nicholas Fox, second for Appalachian State. It's leaking left. There's OB over there.
Oh, he does find it.
Oh,
Yep.
wow. Unfortunately, got
way deep.
It was. Got, unfortunately, all through those trees. Jackson. Through the sleet and the snow and the wind.
Yeah, brutal conditions.
Whoa, look at that.
Yeah, look how windy it got.
Straight stalled right there. Really funny skip. RJ Billings. This will be the second for Illinois State.
Green shapes nicely for his left-hand backhand approach.
Good call. Overcooked it a little bit.
Come on, get that fade.
Yeah, putt.
40 feet deep, safe, but well, you want to do a little better after such a good drive.
Agreed. Bronson, let's see if he can put it a little bit closer. Maybe?
Good height.
A little short.
Just don't roll. I think it did roll a bit, but he's still safe, but not particularly close.
Ben Mapes for birdie for Appalachian State.
Beautiful putt. Never a doubt out of his hand. Great putt, Ben.
That was distance and elevation. Generating some serious power on that putt. Getting some well-deserved knucks. Up next, Nick Reynolds. Oh, I thought he had it out of the hand.
Equally clean-looking putt, just a little bit high.
And let's see if Colin Thompson can clutch up for Illinois State. Match that birdie from Appalachian.
Beautiful. Couple of great putts on this hole, Ian.
Wow, great way to close out the front nine, man.
Both probably about 40 feet and significantly uphill as well.
And windy conditions. It was just snowing 3 minutes ago.
Yep.
Color me impressed.
Take one more look at that putt from Colin.
Looks like his putter's a little bent.
Yeah.
Did you see that?
So I almost called it wobble, but then I noticed the same thing.
It's just that one spot. Yeah.
Yep.
There are your scores after 9. We got 9 more left to go. We'll catch you there. Thanks for watching.